Are you struggling with trying to figure out how to make a Canva template and then add it into the Scentsy newsletter? Well, that's what I'm going to show you today. I had a message that came across on one of my apps asking for us to show that. So I'm going to walk you through it. Now, it's been a while since I've done a training video. And as you notice, my background is different. I have rearranged my office. So we're just going to dive into this because you probably don't really worry about it. Okay, so I am going to show you. I'm going to get into my Canva. Let's see. All right. So on here, you can see that this is where the template I went through. So I said fun newsletter with photos. Now, guys, I do have Pro, so I'm able to use all of the features, but this is which one I selected. Now, when I went into this, I added the photos that were for the Mother's Day collection. I went through and downloaded what all of them that were the actual graphics that they provided, and I dropped them in there. I rearranged some of the little stickers. I found these new release today. So these were in Elements. The cat and dog sticker, and I just changed some colors. That was it. Very basic. Now, if you guys need a Canva like training, let me know. So after this, I downloaded the template as a graphic. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull up, oops, I got to get to it, my workstation. And I'm going to get you over to where you need to be. So once you log in to your workstation, you are going to go over and hover the contacts tab and go down to emails. When you get into emails, you're going to click create email. Now, there's two ways to actually do this. And I'm showing you the way to get to the emails, but normally what I do is I go through my contacts list. Now, I can't show you this because this is going to be all of my customers and all of their contacts, but I go to the contacts homepage where all of my contacts are there. I make sure that the list down at the bottom showing how many entries are at 500. So that way I can get the most on my screen as I can. Now, with this, I go through and I do oops, let me get to the top. I do the sort and filter. When I do the sort and filter, then I will decide how I want to do it. The most recent orders, last order date, lifetime PRV. Depends on who I'm sending this to. I'm actually going to send this to every single one of my customers. So all I'm doing is I'm leaving it as the first name A through Z, which is the default. I am selecting all. So in the left-hand side, under where it has how many contacts you have, I select them all. Then when you select them, no matter if you select 5 or if you select all of them, there's going to be a pop-up. And it's going to say export, email, apply tags, remove tags, or delete. I'm going to click email. And then it's going to say email all contacts. It's going to be a pop-up. Once it goes to here, as long as it's not showing any of the other, okay. So the next step is marketing email. That's where I do all of my stuff. And then it says select your email template. Now, guys, I just do the basic blank. I don't do the other ones. And because it now shows no information, I'm going to share my screen. So bear with me just a moment. I need to share my screen. And here, this should be it. Share. Okay. So from here, all my contacts, you can't see them, but I selected all the contacts and I'm here. And here's my subject line. So these, of course, are other ones I have used, but I'm going to show you how to add this template into your email. So right here, this is an upload image from computer. What you're doing is I've saved it to my computer and I'm going to upload it from my computer. I'm going to see if, let me pull this up over here. I don't know what all other downloads I have had today because I've done some other marketing. I'm going to see if I can drop it in and see what it does. Okay, so that works as well. As you can see now, I just dropped it in. I just drag and dropped and now it's inserted in. Now you can attach the file, but that means they have to click it open. Once this is here, you can go to the edges and you can make this as small or as big as you want. Oh, I guess I need to close these others down. So you can, and then you can make this go to the left side. You can make this go to the right side. You can make it go in the middle. So the image is there. Now, what text are we going to use? Guys, I use ChatGPT for like everything. And I had already done some Facebook posts with ChatGPT. I gave it all the information. Guys, I copy and paste everything from the news tab about each article and say, create me a Facebook post that's energetic, uses lots of emojis, that gives the information, and then I do my call to action. I want them to message me for orders, or I want them to look at my website. I give some kind of call to action and it creates the information. Since I keep my ChatGPT in one thread, all I have to do is say, hey, I'm doing a newsletter for, how did I word this? I have a newsletter I'm sending out to my customers today with a Mother's Day collection, Wolf Box, and Catitude Box. I need the email with all the information for today's releases at 12 p.m. Central, because that's my time zone. Lots of emojis and excitement. They can order from my website, and I put that information there. And it says, here's a fun, exciting emoji-filled newsletter email for today's big Scentsy launch, perfect for your customers. And I input the information into here. So I will copy and paste. So here's the first part. I will even show you guys. I copy and paste the subject line, Mother's Day and pet boxes are here. I go above my picture because I want part of it above and the rest of it below. I will copy the first section, which it broke it up in great sections. And I always put kind of a space, and you'll be able to see all the information in the email before you actually send it out to make sure that you like the format, you like where it's sitting at. I did move my picture over to the left, and then I would go down here, and then I would enter because I want a space below it. And then here's the next one. So I'm just going to copy the rest of this and paste it. So here's the Mother's Day collection. It has all the information, and this says for the furry friends. Now, after I've pasted this in here, I want to go through and I want to make it look appealing. So I will add the extra spaces that need to be spaced. This is about the Catitude box. This is the Wolf box. And then, okay, so that's the end of that. So then it's like, here are the limited time while supplies last. And let's be honest, they won't last for long. Order at noon here. Now, guys, I'm doing this. It's 11:19 a.m. So I am trying to get this done before the release because the workstation could go down while I'm doing this video. But this is right before. Now, I sent this about an hour ago. So even if it's passed, so say that the release has already happened, you can still create an email with information. You can still create a template in Canva. You can just drop the images. So if you had all of the images individually, you can still drop them in here and show something or talk about them. Again, if you're on your computer, you can drag and drop. If you're on your phone, or you don't know how to drag and drop, you can always click the upload image from computer and then find where it's saved at. Oh, didn't realize I didn't turn off my phone. But that is a basic, simple steps. I know I went through this fast, and you're probably going to have questions. If you have questions, please drop them down below. Let me know what you're needing. But this is where your newsletter is. Now, you can create the entire newsletter into your Canva. You don't have to type anything. You can still use ChatGPT to get the information, to figure out like what's going on or what information you want to provide, and be specific with ChatGPT. Some basics on ChatGPT is you need to be literal, to the point, and you don't need to add the fluff. You don't need to have this big, long conversation. You just need to tell them what you need, how you need it, and what it needs to sound like. You need to give them a tone. Have this fun and exciting. I do a lot of Southern. I always say give it my Southern or country tone, because I am the country, and I do have a very twangy accent. And get your tone set. And the more you use it, the more it remembers in a single thread. And what it means by the thread is that once you start typing, you basically are continuing a conversation. That is a thread. It's like if someone makes a post and everybody's commenting on that post, that is considered a thread. So when you start the conversation with your chat GPT and you're telling it the things about you, about your business, you can even say what your brand is about. If for me, it's just me, my brand is just me. I don't really have specific colors. I do normally use like pink, blues, and purples because that's just the colors I like. I let it know that I'm also a full-time student. I also do a lot of um, stuff on Facebook and on TikTok and on different apps. And so I will tell it I need a post for Facebook. I have a post for an event that I'm doing that is on Facebook, and then I need to share that. So I'm very specific about what it needs. If I wanted to create a story, I'd be like, hey, I need to create a story. Um, Give me some ideas of videos, give me some ideas of reels, give me some ideas of photos I need to add to the post. You can be very specific and give it what it needs. That way, you're not copy and pasting from everybody else. You're being unique. You are being what you can show more of your personality. For someone like me who is not a creator but a duplicator, this works very well. I can even take someone else's post. Maybe they have all the information, copy and paste and say, I need this reworded to sound like me. That way, you're taking the information and the stuff that's already on a post that maybe you really like, but you're moving it into a you. You're personalizing it to yourself. And just remember that you're the only person who is you. So, branding yourself, having some kind of tone that you want to portray to your customers, to your people on social media. You want to stick as closely to that because that's you. It's easy to be you on the screen. It's easy to be you in a video because you don't have to fake it. You don't have to have a persona. You don't have to have this whole thing. Now, sometimes I do step into trying to be someone else only because maybe today myself is not feeling up to it. Maybe today myself is not wanting to talk or not. How do I want to say this? Maybe I don't have the emotional capacity to just be myself today. So maybe I'm going to channel someone else that I've watched on social media, or maybe I can get energetic and build off of what someone else has said. The biggest point behind all of this, and the biggest point about sharing what you love, is sharing you because you love it. So they need to know who you are. If I only shared fruity stuff and bakery because those are my favorites, then they would know that I'm the fruity and bakery girl. And that's what I share, that's what I love, and that's what they're going to see the most of. So if there's someone who really likes the fresh scents or someone who really likes the woodsy scents, they're not going to follow me, or they're not going to like read my post or like any of the things that I like because that's not for them. So it's really that simple. Just break it down. So just to kind of wrap this around, today I showed you how to create or find a Canva template. Just put newsletter, put fun, exciting newsletter with photos. Add some of the photos from the marketing tab from your workstation. Ask ChatGPT for a newsletter. You can either create that and use that information and make it into a Canva template. Like there are tons of other newsletters that have all the formats. All you have to do is copy and paste in the information and then add the pictures. I wanted more pictures and then adding the words around it. You can do it whichever way you feel comfortable with. Again, if you guys have any questions, please make sure you drop them down below. I will answer every single comment. And guys, I'm Cassie Bollinger. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to my channel for little tidbits here and there. I also have a podcast that we do on Tuesdays. It's uploaded Tuesday night late after we are done. And so you'll normally see it on Wednesday morning. We've been out for the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot of adjustments and there's been a lot of things going on in our lives. And we will be here this Tuesday. And today is the 7th. So we will be here Tuesday, the 8th. So stay tuned, watch for it, and I'll see you guys next time.